Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, on this video, let's talk about Anupama series guys. I'll be talking about a very interesting episode that is about to go down in the Anupama series guys. It's quite very interesting, so please don't go anywhere, watch the video to the very end to find out what is about to go down in Anupama series this time around. But before I dive into the video lovelies, please don't forget guys that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget guys to give this video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Vanraj tells Anupama if she don't understand in one saying and says, "Today, my granddaughter and daughter-in-law would have died due to you." Babuji says Vanraj, then Vanraj shouts asking him not to say anything today, else he would see his dead face. He tells Anupama that's why he wants to keep her away from this family and says she doesn't come alone but brings troubles along with you, and calls her inauspicious and penalty. Toshu says when Papa asked you to stay away from Kinjal and Pari, then why did you miss them and took them for picnic? Kinjal says please, but Toshu says no and says you are just selfish and wants to spend quality time with your granddaughter even if she dies. Ba asks how can you be so careless? Then Vanraj says whatever happened today and what could have happened, you are responsible for it. He says you used to interfere in our lives, but now you are behind our lives. Kinjal says Papa, Mommy has saved our lives. Then she says it was an accident and would have happened with anyone. Vanraj says it happened due to her. Then Kinjal says if Mommy was not there, then nobody would have been saved. She says it was my plan to go on a picnic and it was not Mommy's plan, and says whatever happened is because of me and not due to her. So stop blaming her. She cries and then Vanraj asks Anupama to hear one thing clearly and says from today, Anupama Gabadia has no relationship with the Shah's house, their neighborhood, their vegetable seller or their enemies from now onwards. He says nobody will talk to you even on phones during the festivals too. So he says you shall be at your house and we will be in our house. He says our relationship is over and says whoever wants to leave can leave just now. Dimpi says she will go with Anupama, then Vanraj asks her to go, but give Sama's child to him and then she can have no relationship with the baby. Dimpi says you don't have any common sense and tells that he can't keep the baby away from her. Vanraj tells that he will not let the baby become hers and will make sure. So he threatens her and asks her to choose between Anupama and the baby. Anupama leaves Dimpi's hand and then Vanraj smiles victorious as Dimpi goes back. Then Anupama recalls taking care of Vanraj when he was in the hospital, when Toshu was unwell, when Ba and Babuji was unwell. She says my heart has broken in this house many times, but for the first time, it was broken into pieces and shattered. She says whatever happens in this house is because of me. She says when the glass fell down, it was Anupama's fault that she didn't pick the glass when Vanraj drank water and kept it. She says when the light went, then it is Anupama's fault as she didn't keep the plug properly for ironing. She says the servants didn't come today and Anupama has to do all the work, but it is all her fault as she has given her much freedom. Anupama couldn't take care of the kids as the kid fell down, but she says Sweetie fought in school, but it is Anupama's mistake though Sweetie never took her to school as she used to feel ashamed of her. She says when Ba has more pain in her legs and it is Anupama's mistake as she didn't massage properly even after 2 hours massage. She says whatever happens in this world is due to Anupama. Then she says always I was humiliated, insulted and discriminated in this house. She says sometimes I was forced to leave the house and sometimes I was banned from here. But she says it is enough now. My Kanhaji knows that whatever I did in this house, thinking it is my house, my Babuji and Papa and kids. So she says I was humiliated then also, but I did. But she says even my husband have done so much for them. She says I used to do so much, but now enough, and says now I am backing off, and says you have all turned your faces from me and then used to call me. But today I am turning my face away from you all. She said the relationship and love will be there, but Anupama will not come to fulfill the relations, and tells her she will not come even if they call her. She says she is ending her relations with the Shah's house and will go saying I am going. Then Anuj takes Choti and starts leaving, while Babuji calls Anupama and does her tilak. Anupama touches Babuji's feet and then Kinjal cries. While Anupama walks out of the Shah's house, Kinjal cries and hugs Toshu. Then Anupama sits in the car and leaves with Anuj and Choti. Anupama, Anuj and Choti come home. Then Matudevi says thanks to God she is fine. Romeo hugs Anupama and asks if you are fine. Then Anupama says she is fine. Ankush and others ask if you are fine. Then Parker says thank you, you have saved. Choti recalls that she was in the car. Then Matudevi asks Anupama why you went when Vanraj asked you not to take her. So Anupama says accident happened and it was destined to happen. Adik and Romi says we shall be thankful to God. Then Anupama asks Choti to come. Choti goes and hugs Anuj, ignoring Anupama. Then Anupama asks what happened, why don't you want to come to me? Choti then says don't touch me, you don't love me. I come last in your life and says you have saved Babhi first, then Pari and then me lastly. Anupama says no, it is not like that. You come first for me, but she says she loves Pari then me. She tells Anuj that Anupama saved her last. Then Anuj gets teary-eyed and shocked. Guys, it's quite an episode filled with emotions and drama. A lot of decisions being made. Guys, what do you think about this episode? Please drop what you think about the episode on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is still UG updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give this video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that will be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video.